From the outside, this building on Fa Yun Street near Prince Edward looks modern, well-maintained and clean. It is hard to imagine that it's actually 53 years old. Just 2 years ago, it looked like this, with electrical installation panels exposed on the outside. The staircase and walls were worn down. But under various subsidy schemes launched by the government and Urban Renewal Authority, older buildings are being given a new lease of life. Mr. Leung and Ms. Chu, both in their 80s, have lived here for more than 2 decades. They welcome the improvements, which include a new metal gate and lift.
The lift no longer breaks down. It was always out of service before.
Modernizing the lift was done so quickly. It only took a few months, and that was the most satisfying part.
It cost $800,000 just to modernize the lift. Add to that the other repair and maintenance work, and the total cost exceeded $3 million. That means the owners of each flat in this 10-story building containing 19 units had to shoulder tens of thousands of dollars. For elderly owner-occupiers on a fixed income, it is not easy to cover the full cost of repair works. This is where subsidy plans, including Operation Building Bright 2.0, the Fire Safety Improvement Works Subsidy Scheme, and the Lift Modernisation Subsidy Scheme kick in. Under these programs, owner-occupiers receive a helping hand with the financial burden of upgrading their buildings.
The LIMSS is Lift Modernization Subsidy Scheme. This is a government proactive measure to facilitate building owners in need to carry out modernization works for their aged lifts to enhance the safety level by adding some safety devices for the lifts.
For eligible buildings, the subsidy can cover up to 60% of the total cost of the works, with a cap of $500,000 per lift. Seniors can receive a subsidy capped at $50,000 per domestic unit. Mr. Poon said up until August the 1st this year, the Electrical and Mechanical Services Department had already received around 1,171 applications, involving nearly 5,000 lifts in the first round of applications. Even without a lift to modernise, owner-occupiers in this 58-year-old Hung Hom building have benefited from other subsidies. In August last year, they started different maintenance works, like painting both the inside and outside of common areas. Each unit was required to pay more than $130,000 to cover the entire cost. The good news is that the residents are now waiting for subsidies from Operation Building Bright, as well as other government schemes.
The government gave us information about different schemes and taught us how to apply for it.
For elderly recipients like Ms. Ho, the cost of the works is fully covered by Operation Building Bright, subject to a cap of $50,000. The other owner-occupiers can receive 80% of the cost, capped at $40,000. As of August this year, the owners or owners' corporations of 479 Category 1 buildings were prepared to carry out the prescribed inspection and repair works for the common areas of their buildings. These buildings are in 13 districts.
The government has just announced that we are going to inject another $3 billion into the OBB 2.0. Total, there will be $6 billion for the OBB 2.0. And our target is to benefit 5,000 buildings. We have heard feedback from the community that they wish the operation can accept younger buildings to join. So upon review, we are about to, in our next round of applications, accept younger buildings. We will accept buildings that age from 40 to 49 years old. We are also going to accept all buildings that age 50 and above.